हरिः ओम् नमः सर्वेभ्यः। अष्टाध्यायी परिचयः इत्यत्र अद्य सुबन्तप्रकरणस्य 12 तथा च अन्तिमः अभ्यासवर्गः। शुक्लाम्बरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। येनाक्षरसमाम्नायमधिगम्य महेश्वरात् कृत्स्नं व्याकरणं प्रोक्तं तस्मै पाणिनये नमः। वाक्यकारं वररुचिं भाष्यकारं पतञ्जलिं पाणिनिं सूत्रकारं च प्रणतोऽस्मि मुनित्रयम्। प्रारभामहे last set of words. This is going to be quite fast. Manjiri Bhagini are already available. So let's go to your presentation. So just one quick message. Do not spend time in talking about Rutva, Visarga, Pratyaya and so on. For every prakriya which we want to discuss, the core sutra is 1 or 2 sutras is sufficient. You can start. Muni
नमो
plus.
नमः सर्वेभ्यः। मुनि ईकारांत पुल्लिंग गी संज्ञक शब्दः। मुनि सु तत्र रुद्रविसर्गो इति मुनिः। प्रथमा विभक्ति द्विवचनं मुनि। तत्र औ प्रत्ययः प्रथमा द्विवचन विवक्षायां तत्र प्रथमयोः पूर्वसवर्णः इति सूत्रेण पूर्वसवर्ण दीर्घः मुनि इति शब्द अन्तिमपदं भवति। अनन्तरं प्रथमा विभक्ति बहुवचनं जस् प्रत्यय। तत्र जसी च इति सूत्रेण तत्र रस्वान्तस्य अङ्गस्य जस् प्रत्यय परे गुणादेशः भवति। अनन्तरम् एचो यवायावः मुनय अस् ऋत्वविसर्गो मुनयः.
Very good. One question over here. Why are we not applying prathamayoho purvasavarnaha? Because this is just pratyaya. Anybody? I mean, you also are welcome to speak. Anybody who wants to answer, they can raise hand. Why are we not applying prathamayoho purvasavarnaha over here? Anyone? In muni plus jasa. Technically, it is prathama bahuvachanam, so we should apply prathamayoho purvasavarnaha. Why are we not applying prathamayoho purvasavarnaha? Is nadichi being applied? Is dirgha jasicha being applied, or what is happening? हाँ, उमाची.
अक नास्ति अक मुनि इत्यत्र इकारान्त अस्ति.
हाँ, सो अक मुनि इत्यत्र इकार अक् प्रत्याहारे वर्तते किल? अ इ उ रु
अक् रुलुक् पर्यन्तम्. आम्.
पूर्णिमाजी.
नमस्कार महोदय. परत्वात्.
Correct. Paratvat. That's all. So Prathamayo Purvasavarna is 6.1. The Jasicha is 7.3. In general, always remember this. Paratva Purvatva, the most important place where you will continuously apply Paratva Purvatva is a conflict between Anga Karya and Varana Karya. So even that is the reason in our class I spent different lessons. There is a separate lesson on Anga Karya. Bha Karya is also included in Anga Karya. And there is a separate lesson on Varna Karya. So Varna Karyas are in 6.1. Look at all the sutras. 6.1, 6.1, 6.1, 6.1, 6.1, 6.1. Anga Karyas are in 6.4, 7.1, 7.2, 7.3, 7.4. Out of that, specifically for Subanta Prakriya, it will be typically in 7.1 or 7.3. Most of them. There will be some exceptions, but if you look at it, 7.1, the entire one place is Subanta Prakriyayam Pratyadesha. These are all 7.1. And then we have all 7.1 and 7.3 in Anga Karya section. So most of this, 90% of the cases will be in 7.1 or 7.3. That will always win over 6.1 because of Paratva. So Anga Karya wins over the Varna Karya by Paratva. Prathamadvivachanam Ami Purvaha Munim Prathama, not Prathamadvivachanam, Dvitiya Ekvachanam Ami Purvaha.
सूत्रेण पूर्वरूप एकादेश भवति मुनिम् इति.
Shas Pratyaya.
शस् मुनिं तत्र शस् द्वितीय विभक्ति बहुवचन विवक्षायां शस् प्रत्ययः तत्र अस् अनन्तरं मुनिस् तत्र प्रथमयोः पूर्वसवर्ण इति सूत्रेण पूर्वसवर्ण दीर्घः अनन्तरं तस्मात् शसोः नः पुंसिः इति सकारस्य नकारादेश भूत्वा तत्र मुनिन् इति अन्तिमः.
Now here also you see there is a conflict, but there is a conflict between two varna karyas. In case of muni plus asa, you can actually apply iko yanachi, but iko yanachi is 6178, which is a purva sutram. It gets blocked by the parasutram prathamayoho purva sarvana 61102. So observe and appreciate the way the sutras have been ordered by Maharshi. A precise attention has been given between the purva para, the relative ordering for every pair of sutras. Let's go to Tritiya Ekvachanam Munina.
हा तत्र टा प्रत्यय तृतीय विभक्ति एकवचन प्रत्ययः टा तत्र शेषोघ्य सखी इति सूत्रेण प्रकृतेः घी संज्ञा अनन्तरं स्त्रीलिङ्गभिन्न घी संज्ञकात् परस्य टा प्रत्ययस्य आङ्गो नाश्रियाम् इति सूत्रेण ना इति आदेशः मुनिना इति भवति.
Very good, very good. Then you can take this, what you have written over here. This is useful. Ghi samnya vishishtani karyani. Let's take that.
घी संज्ञक विशिष्टानि कार्याणि मम कृते
but that's useful so that we can go
नित् प्रत्यय परे अंगस्य गुणः घेः निति 7.3.111 इति सूत्रेण अंगस्य नित् प्रत्यय परे गुणादेशः भवति. तत्र मुनि ने मुनि ए तत्र मुनयः योग ए मुनये एचो यवायावः इति सूत्रेण चतुर्थी विभक्ति एकवचनं. घी संज्ञकस्य अकारस्य अकारादेशः प्रत्ययस्य औत्वम् अच्च घेः 7.3.119 इति सूत्रेण घी संज्ञकात् घीसस्य सप्तमी एकवचनस्य णि प्रत्ययस्य औन् आदेशः भवति. घी संज्ञकस्य अन्तिमवर्णस्य अकारादेशः भवति. मुनि णि मुन औ अच्च घेः तत्र मुनौ.
वेरी गुड.
टा प्रत्ययस्य ना आदेशः आङ्गो नास्त्रिया मुनि योगट्टा मुनिना मुनिना घेः अङ्गात् आङ्गः नास्त्रिया इति घी संज्ञकस्य परत्व तृतीय विभक्ति टा प्रत्ययस्य ना इति आदेशः.
So the way to remember this is 3.1, 4.1, 5.1, 6.1, 7.1. Angona striyam gheringiti and achaghehe. So all the sutras are in the sequence. Munibhya, now you have almost covered everything. So munibhya, munivi, mune, nothing is there. Let's go to Shashti Bahuvachanam. Munina, correct.
मुनीनाम् अत्र षष्ठी विभक्ति बहुवचन विवक्षायाम् आमिति प्रत्यय तत्र ह्रस्वनद्यापो नुट् इति नुडागमः आद्यन्तो टकितो इति आद्यावयः आगमः. मुनियोग नुट् योग आम् तत्र मुनि न योग आम् अत्र नामि इति सूत्रेण अङ्गस्य दीर्घः भूत्वा मुनीनाम् इति अन्तिमपदं.
Munau you discussed right now. Munishu is just the shatva. There is nothing to be sambuddhi.
Sambuddhi he mune tatra su pratyaya sambodhana ekvachanam vivakshayam अनन्तरं ह्रस्वस्य गुणः इति ह्रस्वान्तस्य अङ्गस्य अन्तिमस्वरस्य सम्बुद्ध प्रत्यये परे गुणः भवति. एङ्गरस्वात् सम्बुद्धेः इति सूत्रेण एदन्तात् विहितस्य सम्बोधनवचनस्य सम्बोधन एकवचनस्य हल् वर्णस्य एङ् ह्रस्वात् सम्बुद्धेः इति सूत्रेण लोपः भवति. मुने इति अन्तिमरूपं सिद्ध्यति.
Very good. So here also observe the Padya Bhataka Bhava. In case of Muni plus Sa, here also you can have Eng Rasvat Sambuddhe because there is a Rasva over here. Ikara is Rasva. So you can remove Sakara by Eng Rasvat Sambuddhe, but Eng Rasvat Sambuddhe is 6.1. At the same time, Rasvasya Gunaha, which is in 7.3, is applicable. By Paratva, we will choose Rasvasya Gunaha. Eng Rasvat Sambuddhe is blocked. Now, after the Rasvasya Gunaha is done, Eng Rasvat Sambuddhe comes again. But it is the different Eng Rasvat Sambuddhe. The previous one came because of Ikara. The new one is coming because of Ekara. So the Eng component of Eng Rasvat Sambuddhe is now playing a role. Earlier, the one that got blocked was the Rasva component of Eng Rasvat Sambuddhe. So in the second step, you again get Eng Rasvat Sambuddhe, Mune plus Sa. Now at this stage, there is no Anga Karya that will block this. Therefore, you simply get Mune. So observe the Bhatya Bhataka Bhava, make it a habit of understanding what sutras you are not applying in the process to enhance your understanding of Prakriya. Thank you very much. Very well presented.
Thank you.
Purnima ji, Mati Shabda. Namaste.
Namaskar Mode.
Namaste. So Matihi is done, Mati is done, Matayaha is done, Matim, Matihi. Let's go to Matihi. Unless you want to discuss anything earlier.
Mati जस् प्रत्यय परे
जशस् प्रत्यय परे see
शस्
matihi mati mata is all munihi muni munayah munim muni and then you have shas pratyay pare so we'll use shas pratyay pare
तृतीय बहुवचनस्य शस् प्रत्यय परे प्रथमयोः पूर्वसवर्णः
द्वितीय बहुवचनस्य शस् प्रत्यय परे
आम् आम् द्वितीय बहुवचनस्य शस् प्रत्यय परे प्रथमयोः पूर्वसवर्णः इति प्रवर्तते अतः पूर्व सवर्ण दीर्घादेशः भूत्वा मति इति रूपं मतिस् ऋत्वविसर्गौ मतिः इति
रूपं तस्मात् च सोनपुसि इति पुल्लिङ्गस्य अभावात् न प्रवर्तते
आम्
मति प्लस् टा
मति प्लस् टा इत्यत्र केवल इको एणचि इत्यनेन एणादेशः मत्या इति
अङ्गो नास्त्रमिति न प्रवर्तते पुनरेकवारं तदेव कारणम् अत्र स्त्रीत्वमस्ति पुल्लिङ्ग पुंस्त्वं नास्ति स्त्रीत्वमस्ति पुंस्त्वं नपुंसकत्वं वा नास्ति मति मतिभिः ऋत्वविसर्गौ देन् शेषोभ्यः लेट्स् टॉक अबाउट दिस चतुर्थी onwards
स्त्रीलिङ्ग ह्रस्व इकारान्त उकारान्त शब्दात् यदि नित् प्रत्ययः भवति चेत् विकल्पेन नदीसंज्ञकः भवति नितिरस्वश्च इति सूत्रेण नदीसंज्ञायाः अभावे शेषो घ्यसकि इति सूत्रेण घीसंज्ञा आम् अतः अत्र मति इति स्त्रीलिङ्गशब्दः इकारान्तः अतः स्त्रीलिङ्गात् नदीवत् यदि नदीसंज्ञा यदि भवति चेत् नदीसंज्ञकः रूपाणि यदि नास्ति चेत् पुंवत् हरिशब्दवत् रूपाणि भवन्ति
करेक्ट सो लेट्स टॉक अबाउट द नदी टाइप रूपाणि
आम् नदी संज्ञा पक्षे चतुर्थी एकवचनस्य घे प्रत्यय परे आण् नद्याः इत्यनेन आडागमः देन् आ ए इति स्थिते आटश्च इत्यनेन वृद्धेकादेशः ऐ इति मति ऐ इत्यत्र इको एणचि अनेन मत्यै इति रूपम्
Okay, what is the question that I might ask over here and what is the answer for that?
Why आटश्च for वृद्धेकादेशः
And why not?
इति पर्जन्यवत् लक्षणप्रवृत्तिः
what is the half of part or remaining half part of the
आट् इति आगमनात्
why आटश्च why not which other sutram
वृद्धिरेचि
वृद्धिरेचि so the question is why आटश्च why not वृद्धिरेचि and now give the answer
यदि आट् आगमनात् आट् इति स्थिते तत्परे वर्ण अच् वर्णः परे आटश्च इति सूत्रेण एव वृद्धेकादेशः इति पर्जन्यवत् लक्षणेन यदि नास्ति चेदपि वृद्धिरेचि अनेन वृद्धेकादेशः भवितुं शक्यते
सत्यं so there will be cases they will be used in the lang lakar in the tinganta prakaranam in which case where we will really need the artist as a sutra. Okay, so matyai is done. Matyaye we just saw with mune also. Matyaha same and nadyaha artasya same thing, no difference. Adagamaha and artasya. Then matehe matyoho matinam is same. Let's go to matau and matyam.
सप्तमी एकवचनस्य नीप्रत्यये परे ईदुदभ्याम् इति सूत्रेण आम् आदेशः भवति.
What is this that you have erased? What was that sutra?
While writing it is मति इति मत्वा गेरां नद्यां निभ्यः इत्यनेन भवति इति लिखितवती तदा
किमर्थं न भवति गेरां नद्यां निभ्यः इत्यनेन कः दोषः?
ह्रस्व इकारान्त उकारान्त शब्दानां कृते एव ईदुदभ्याम् इति सूत्रः प्रवर्तते. यदि नास्ति चेत् अग्रे सूत्रम् अस्ति वदामि वा महोदय? अग्रे सूत्रम् अस्ति औत् इति. यदि तत् प्रवर्तते परत्वात् तदा औत् औ आदेशः भवति. तद् मास्तु इति ईदुदभ्यामेव sutram pravartate.
So this is written on the website, but it is not part of our course. But I'll just quickly give a brief idea that Neerab Nadyam Nibhya ityasa sutrasya prayogatra avashyam sambhavati, parantu Geram Nadyam Nibhya ityetam badhitva out iti pravartate. यदि ईदुद्भ्याम् इति सूत्रं न स्यात् तर्हि ङेरां नद्याम्भ्यः इत्यस्य प्राप्तौ तं बाधित्वा तद्बाधित्वा औत् इति सूत्रस्य प्रयोगः स्यात्, तथा मा भूत्, अतः अत्र ईदुद्भ्याम् इति सूत्रं निर्मितमस्ति. The reason why this argument will not compel or you might not understand is because we have not studied out. We have only studied ङेरां नद्यां नीभ्यः, we have studied ईदुद्भ्याम्, and we have studied अच्छधेः. This middle sutram we left out, and therefore it might not be very clear why idudbhyam is added. So just take my words for it for now. Out is used in specific cases like, yes, you know this, out is used where?
यदि नदी घी संज्ञा नास्ति चेत् औ आदेशः भवति, तस्य कृते औत् इति सूत्रम्. सखी पति शब्दानां
सखी तथा पति, हाँ, घी संज्ञा नास्ति पुल्लिंगे, यदि घी संज्ञा नास्ति, that is not स्त्रीलिंगे, pati and sakhi, these are the words where you do an out adesha. Out sutra says pratyaya becomes au, so pati plus au becomes patyau, sakhi plus au becomes sakhyau. The akaradesha of the anga doesn't happen, that is given by achaghe. So that's a series of 4 sutras out of which this out is not taught. Therefore the clear requirement of idudbhyam might not be immediately obvious, but for now let's understand that ङेरां नद्यां नीभ्यः is not sufficient, so we use idudbhyam over here. So where is your, so that's all. Matyam, and then Anadyaha Atasha, Matau is already discussed, Matishu already discussed, He Mate is also already discussed. So same as Muni word. Dhanyavada.
धन्यवाद.
Do we have Lalita ji? Please raise your hand for Dhenu and Vadhu. Namaste.
नमो नमः महोदय.
Namaste. You can start.
नमः सर्वेभ्यः. धेनु इति उकारान्तः स्त्रीलिङ्गः पाक्षिक नदी संज्ञः अस्ति. प्रथमेकवचनं सुप् इति
ऋत्व विसर्गे धेनु. That's good enough for us. प्रथमा द्विवचनं.
प्रथमा द्विवचनमपि औ प्रत्ययस्य प्रथमयोः पूर्वसवर्णे 6102 इति पूर्वसवर्णदीर्घः भवति.
Very good. प्रथमा बहुवचनं.
प्रथमा बहुवचनम् इति अपि जस् प्रत्ययस्य इति सूत्रेण तदनन्तरं
जसीच इति सूत्रेण चुटु एंड सो यू कैन इग्नोर जसीच इत्यनेन गुणः भवति.
जसीच 7319 इति सूत्रेण गुणादेशः भवति. तदनन्तरं पद धेनवस् भवति. पदान्तसकारस्य ससजुष्योः रुः 8 to 66 इति ऋत्वं भवति. अनन्तरं धेनवर् उपदेशान्नासिकयित् तस्य लोपः अपि भवति. पूर्णरूपं धेनवः.
एचो यवा यावः इति मध्ये एकारस्य ओकारस्य अवादेशः एचो यवा यावः.
पदान्तरे फस्य विसर्गः भवति.
So dhenum, dhenu is all exactly like matihi. Let's go to dhenva. We'll do some middle forms. Let's go to dhenva. तृतीय एकवचनं.
तृतीय एकवचनं टा प्रत्ययस्य पदसंज्ञा भवति. तदनन्तरं चूट् 137 टकारस्य इत्संज्ञा प्रत्ययस्य टकारस्य इत्संज्ञा भवति. लोपः भवति. तदनन्तरम् इको एणचि 6177 इति सूत्रेण उकारस्य यणादेशः वर्णः भवति. अन्तिमरूपं धेन्वा इति भवति.
Dhenubhyam, dhenubhihi, dhenve is the same thing. Dhenave versus dhenvai. We just now saw, but you can speak one side. Let's take the one nadi samnya and versus ge samnya. So let's speak dhenve and dhenvai, and then we'll move on.
धेनु नी प्रत्ययस्य भवति. सुप्तिगन्तं पदम् इति पदसंज्ञा अपि भवति. तदनन्तरं लक्ष्यवद्धिते 138 इति प्रत्यादि डकारस्य संज्ञा भवति. लोपः अपि भवति. तदनन्तरं विकल्पेन नदी संज्ञाया अभावः इत्युक्ते नित् प्रत्यये परे इति ह्रस्वस्य 146 इति सूत्रेण धेनु प्लस् ये इति भवति. should I tell parallelly?
So what happens is nit pratyaya pare niti rasvasya iti vikalpena nadi samnya bhavati. So that's dhenu plus a. Now you pick one column, whichever you want, and then finish that and move to the other one.
महोदय विकल्पेन नदी संज्ञा अभावः इति अहं वदामि। तदनन्तरं शेषो घ्यसखि 147 इति प्रकृतेः घी संज्ञा अपि भवति। अनन्तरं घी संज्ञस्य अङ्गस्य नित् प्रत्यये परे घेर्निति 73111 इति गुणादेशः भवति। तदनन्तरं येचो यवायावः 6178 इति ओकारस्य औ आदेशः भवति। पूर्णरूपम् अन्तिमरूपं धेनवे इति प्राप्नोति।
Very good. Let's go to the other side.
विकल्पेन नदी संज्ञा नित् प्रत्यये परे नितिहस्वस्य 146 इति सूत्रेण धेनु अधिकम् आट् ए इति भवति। तदनन्तरम् आन्यद्याः 73112 इति सूत्रेण आडागमः भवति। टित्वत् अद्यन्तौ टकितौ 1146 इति अद्यावयवः इति भवति। तदनन्तरं रूपं धेनु अधिकम् आ ये हलन्त्यम् इति सूत्रेण अन्तिमटकारस्य इत्संज्ञा भवति, तस्य लोपः अपि भवति। तदनन्तरं धेनु अधिकं ये प्राप्नोति। आटश्च इति सूत्रेण वृद्धि एकादेशः सम्भवति। तदनन्तरं धेन्व अधिकं ये इको यणचि 3177 इति उकारस्य यणादेशे वर्णः भवति। अन्तिमरूपं धेन्वै इति सम्भवति।
Okay. So now other prakriyas are very similar. So same thing. On one side there will be mati ghi sadrisham karyam, other will be nadi sadrisham karyam. So we will directly go to Shashti and Saptami Dvivachanam. Let's talk about Dvivachana 6 and 7.2. This one.
षष्ठी द्विवचनम्।
षष्ठी द्विवचनम्।
आम्। ओस् प्रत्ययस्य 412 इति सूत्रेण सुप्तिगन्तम् इति पदसंज्ञा भवति। धेनु प्लस
प्रत्ययस्य पदसंज्ञा न भवति। I wanted to tell you that earlier also. ओस् प्रत्ययान्तस्य पदसंज्ञा भवति।
ओस् प्रत्ययान्तस्य पदसंज्ञा भवति। तदनन्तरं धेनु प्लस ओस् इको एणचि इति सूत्रेण यणादेशे वर्णः भवति। अन्तिमरूपं धेन्वोस् इति सम्भवति।
Wonderful. 6.3 धेनुनाम
6.3 धेनु प्लस आम प्रत्ययस्य परेण इति
is there on the screen. Dhenu plus am. So ह्रस्वनद्यापो नुट इति नुडागमः भवति।
ह्रस्वान् परस्य आम प्रत्ययस्य ह्रस्वनद्यापो नुट् 7154 इति नुडागमः भवति। धेनु प्लस नुट् आम आद्यन्तौ टकितौ इति सूत्रेण अद्यावयवः। तदनन्तरं धेनु अधिकं न आम हलन्त्यम् इति सूत्रेण अन्तिमटकारस्य इत्संज्ञा भवति, तस्य लोपः अपि भवति। तदनन्तरं धेनु प्लस न आम हलन्त्यम् इति सूत्रेण अन्तिमटकारस्य इत्संज्ञा अस्ति, तस्य लोपः। नकारोत्तर उकारः उच्चारणार्थः, अतः सा अपि लुप्यते। तदनन्तरं धेनु प्लस नामी इति सूत्रेण 643 इति सूत्रेण अङ्गस्य दीर्घः भवति। धेनूनाम् इति सम्भवति।
Saptami ekvachanam we have just now seen, like in case of mati also achaghe versus idudbhyam. Same sambodhan ekvachanam also rasvasya gunaha we saw just now. Let's move on to the next word, vadhu. Prathama ekvachanam, nothing is there, rutva visargaha vadhuhu. A question about this rupam. Why anybody? Why is halgyabhyo dirghasutise pruktam hal not being applied over here? In case of vadhu word, who stops us from applying halgyabhyo dirghasutise pruktam hal? Sri Rangaji.
Gentat.
Gentat. So, what is the problem? You have to give the full answer. Don't give half answer. संपूर्णम् उत्तरं दीयताम्. हाँ ललिता जी, the other ललिता जी. हाँ
दन्तात् अपि नास्ति, हलन्तात् अपि नास्ति,
अत्र किम् अस्ति? अत्र नी प्रत्ययः नास्ति. कश्चन अन्यः प्रत्ययः वर्तते परन्तु नी नास्ति. सो दिस् इज अ फुल आंसर यू हैव टू गिव. न्यन्तात् न संभवति, आबन्तात् न संभवति. अत्र नी प्रत्ययः नास्ति, अत्र आप् प्रत्ययः नास्ति, अत्र हल् वर्णः नास्ति. अतः हल्याभ्यो दीर्घासुतिस्य पृक्तं हल इत्यस्य प्रयोगः न संभवति. Simply saying यन्तात् is not sufficient because that sutram has other components. So you have to eliminate everything from that sutram. अतः अत्र न्यन्तमपि नास्ति, आबन्तमपि नास्ति and so on. So तत्र हल्याभ्यो इति सूत्रं न प्रवर्तते. The next one, vadhu plus au. Lalita ji, you can speak this. You have to raise your hand if you are muted. Vadhu plus au.
धेनु प्लस औ इति पदसंज्ञा भवति.
वधु प्लस औ.
वधु. Sorry, I mistakenly copy paste. Vadhu.
Is there on your next, you are probably looking at the wrong document. Vadhu plus au is there on the slide. If you want to just read it from the screen, that's also okay.
1 minute, Mahoday.
Yeah. Open the next document. It will be there in the document.
Vadhu plus au. प्रथमयोः पूर्वसवर्ण इति सूत्रेण दीर्घजसि च 61105 इति निषेधः भवति. तत्र वध्व प्लस औ इति इको यणचि सूत्रानुसारं उकारस्य यणादेशो ववर्णः भवति. वध्वौ अन्तिमरूपं सम्भवति.
Vadhvaha, same thing actually, like nadyaha. Prathama purva swarna is blocked by dirgha jasicha, iko yanache will give vadhvaha. Vadhum is ami purva, vadhum vadhvau. Vadhuhu is like nadihi. Same thing again, prathama purva swarna ityanena purva swarna dirgha bhavati now. There is no blocking. So vadhuhu iti bhavati. Let's go to say tritiya ekvachanam is also same, but you can, we'll take some other one. So tritiya ekvachanam is again vadhva. It's simply yanadeshaha. You do not have the you do not have the ghi samnya over here. So angonastra, because this dirgha ukaranta, angonastra mansword is not applicable, simply like nadya. And then chaturthi ekvachanam, again you can speak this prakriya, for example. Again you have an nadyaha and atascha. So you can speak this. Let's start with vadhu plus a, fourth line, and start with nadi samnyakat vihitasya ngit pratyasya.
वधु प्लस ने अनन्तरं वधु प्लस ये यू स्त्र्याख्यो नदी 143 इति नदी संज्ञा अप्लाई करना. वधु प्लस आट ये नदी संज्ञकात् विहितस्य नित् प्रत्ययस्य आन् नद्याः 73112 इति आडागमः. आद्यन्तौ टकितौ इति सूत्रेण आद्यावयवः. वधु प्लस आ ये हलन्त्यम् इति अन्तिम टकारस्य इत्संज्ञा तस्य लोपः भवति. अनन्तरं वधु प्लस ऐ आटश्च 6170 इति वृद्ध्येकादेशः भवति. अनन्तरम् इको यणचि इति उकारस्य यणादेशः ववर्णः भवति. अन्तिमरूपं वध्व्यै इति सम्भवति.
वध्वै, not वध्व्यै. There is no य. वध्वै इति रूपं.
वध्वै.
Everything else is now same. Vadhvaha, same prakriya. Vadhunam, we also again seen this. Vadhunam ityatra nadi samnyakah asti. Hrasvantah nasti, parantu nadi samnyakah asti. Ataha nudagamaha bhavati. Vadhunam iti rupam bhavati. Vadhvam is like matyam or dhenvam, nadyam. Everything we have seen all these prakriyas. Let's just go to the sambodhan ekvachanam and then that's all.
Sambodhan ekvachanam 412 इति सुप्रत्ययस्य
What happened? संबोधन एकवचनम्
सुप्रत्ययस्य
लेट्स् रीड् दिस् अम्बार्थनद्योर्ह्रस्वः इति अङ्गस्य ह्रस्वादेशः भवति नदी संज्ञिका अस्ति किल अम्बार्थनद्योर्ह्रस्वः
नद्योर्ह्रस्वः 7317 इति अङ्गस्य ह्रस्वादेशः
सो वधू बिकम्स वधु ह्रस्वादेशः भवति and then ह्रस्वात् विहितस्य संबोधन एकवचनस्य हल् प्रत्ययस्य हल् वर्णस्य इङ् ह्रस्वात् सम्बुद्धेः
6169 इति लोपः भवति.
Now one question again to anybody, not necessarily to you. Why don't we apply Raswasya Guna after this? Because now this is Raswa. We have discussed this many times in the course. So this is not a new question. Why we do not apply Raswasya Guna after this? Because you have converted Ambarthanadya Raswa Vadhu to Vadhu. Just like the way you have Sadhu or Dhenu, you now have Vadhu, which is Ukaranta. In the Dhenu Prakriya, we applied Raswasya Gunaha. In Sadhu Prakriya, we applied Raswasya Gunaha. In Mati, we applied Raswasya Gunaha. Why not apply Raswasya Gunaha here? Anybody? Sudhavalli ji.
It is for Hraswa only. And it is not for Hraswasya Nut Agama. That is Hasva Nadhyapo Nut is not applicable as Panini doesn't want the formula Ambartika Nadhya Hraswa is only to become it as Hraswa, not for the Nudagama.
There is no nut over here. You're mixing two different points. So one thing, there is no nutagam over here. The question was, when you have vadhu plus sa, you are saying raswa. You are saying ambarthanadya raswa iti raswa. So you are getting vadhu plus sa, correct? And now I am asking, why not raswasya gunaha? Sadhu plus sa becomes sadho plus sa. In the same way, why not vadhu plus sa becoming vadho plus sa? Iti prashna.
He doesn't want, Panini Maharshi Hraswa eva
Ichchati. Hraswam eva ichchati. Kimartham hraswam eva ichchati? How do you know this?
Ambartaka Nadhyo Hraswa iti sutrena eka karyam only he wanted. He doesn't want the Guna to take this.
Correct. So understand this. You have understood it, but you are not able to express it properly. Ambarthanadyor Hraswaha converts Vadhu, which is Dirgha, to Vadhu, which is Hraswa. Now, if you do the same thing like Sadhu becoming Sadho, if you apply the Gunadesha that you always apply on Sadhu, if you apply the Gunadesha on Vadhu and make it Vadho, then Ambarthanadyor Hraswaha that Hraswa conversion will become useless. Because if you want to do Guna anyway, you can do the Guna on Dirgha also. Dirghasya Gunaha, Hraswasya va Gunaha, Samanaha eva Okaraha. So if Panini Maharshi actually wanted a two-step process like Vadhu becoming Vadhu and then becoming Vadho, there was no need to make it a Hraswa. He could have directly said Vadho by saying Nadyoho Gunaha. Just like the way he says Hraswasya Gunaha, he could have said Hraswanatyoho Gunaha. But he doesn't say that. He combines that Nadi in Ambarthanadyor Hraswaha, specifically indicating that Hraswa must remain back as a Hraswa. So this is called Vidhana Samarthya. Nadi iti padasya, nadi iti shabdasya, Ambarthanadyor Hraswaha iti sutre grahanam eva atra asya jnapakam yat Hrasvadanantaram gunaha na vidhiyate. So that's all about the Sambodhan Ekvachanam. Thank you, Lalita ji. Very well presented. So this is two words, Vadhu and Dhenu they are over.
Dhanyavadah Mahodaya.
Okay, what next? Geeta ji. Geeta Pujari ji, please raise your hand. Namaste.
Namaste, Mohdaya.
Simple word, na Sugan.
Sugan. 1 to 46 कृतधित समातश्च इति प्रातिपदिक संज्ञा.
Let's talk about it a little bit. I mean, how is this Sugand word generated? Anybody knows about this? Why are we using Kurutadita Samasastra only?
Su plus Gan plus quip.
Oh, you're prepared. Very good. Su plus Gan plus quip. So quip is a sarvapahari pratyaya. Completely goes away. Sugand. Very good. Sushtu Gadayati, the one who counts very well, is Sugana. Prathama ekvachana.
Sugand plus Su. Prathama ekvachanasya vivakshayam. Yeah. Hal 6-1. Mother, I'll read only.
Halgyabhyo dirghasutisya. I'll underline and you just read that line, okay? Halgyabhyo dirghasutisya praktam hala.
Halgyabhyo dirghat supting.
Sutisya praktam hala.
Sutisya praktam hal. Iti aprukta sakarasya lopaha.
Same with sambuddhi also.
Yeah.
Now there is nothing else. All varnamelanam we are going to skip. Okay. Suganau, Suganaha, Suganam, Suganaha, Sugana. Let's go to bhyam pratyaya.
Sugan plus bhyam. Tritiya ekvachana dvivachanasya vivakshayam. Sugan plus bhyam. Swadishwa sarvanama sthane ityanena.
Sugand plus bhyam. Sugand bhyam.
Sugand bhyam.
Okay, Sugand bhyam. Then Sugand bhihi and so on. There is nothing else over here. I don't have any questions. There is nothing happening. So Sugane, Suganaha, Suganoho, Sugani. Let's go to this last one. Sugand plus sup.
Sup.
Explain this prakriya. Yes.
Yeah. Sugand plus sup. Saptami bahuvachanasya vivakshayam. Sugand plus su. Halantyam tasya lopaha. Swadishwa sarvanamasthane ityanena padasanya Sugand su. Sugand plus tuk plus su. Ngano tukshari ityanena tugagamaha bhavati. Adyantau takitau iti antyavayavaha.
Correct.
Sugand ta su. Halentam tasya lopaha. इत्यनेन ककारस्य लोपः उकारः उच्चारणार्थं अतः तस्यापि लोपः भवति वर्णमेलनं सुगण्ट्सु इति एकं रूपं सिद्ध्यति सुगण्ट् सु चयो द्वितीयाः शरी पोष्करसादेरिति वाच्यम् इति वार्तिकेन टकारस्य विकल्पेन वर्गद्वितीय आदेशः ठकारः भवति so sugant su.
Correct.
So here त्रीणि रूपाणि सिद्धन्ति sugantsu, sugantsu, sugantsu.
One question: when you have the sugantsu, how come kharicha does not apply? Again, you get sugantsu. Because see, there is a thakara. And then there is a khar varna in front. So varga dvitiya must get converted to varga prathama. Suganetta su. We have seen this in case of Agni Matha. So Agni Matha plus su becomes Agni Mat su. First th becomes the, but then eventually it becomes the. So why th doesn't become t? Anybody in the class? All prakriya is correct, but last question is why does th not become t? Anybody in the class? Ashutosh ji.
त्रिपादी अस्ति तत्र
सर्वं त्रिपाद्यमेव अस्ति चयोद्वितीया त्रिपाद्यमेव अस्ति पूर्वसूत्रमेव अस्ति चयोद्वितीया is in some 8-4 Nadinya Krushe Putrasya. I think 8-4-48. Where is Nadinya Krushe Putrasya? And Kharicha is after that, right?
Yeah.
If you have Nadinya Krushe Putrasya 8-4-48. So this is Chayodvitiya Shari Poshkarasade. And 8-4-55 is Kharicha. So you can actually apply Kharicha after this. So why not apply Kharicha over here? Anybody? Nobody in the class? Srinivas Mahoday.
नमस्ते महोदय तत्र एकवारं किमपि कार्यं कृत्वा पुनः तदेव तस्मिन् उपरि पुनः कार्यं न कर्तुं शक्यते इति किमपि आसीत् किल एकवारं?
परन्तु तत्र एकस्य वर्णस्य नो चेत् एकस्य पदार्थस्य एकस्मिन् एव समये एकेन सूत्रेण द्विवारं कार्यं न सम्भवति इति अस्ति। अत्र तु टकारस्य ठकारः कृतः, अतः अत्र टकारः नास्ति, पुनः अन्येन सूत्रेण ठकारस्य टकारः पुनः क्रियते। सो टकारस्य ठकारः अन्येन वार्तिकेन, ठकारस्य टकारः अन्येन वार्तिकेन, एतादृशं सम्भवति। सुनन्दाजी।
महोदय, तद् अहं सूत्रं रोदिन्या संथिङ्ग् इदानीं चयोः एकवारं भवति चेत् अनन्तरं खरीचा इति सूत्रं न प्रवर्तते। किमर्थम् इत्युक्ते तद् एकवार्तिकमस्ति, अहं न विस्मृतवती, रोदिन्य संथिङ्ग्
Nadinya crochet putra is written over here. But that has nothing to do. After Nadinya crochet putra say, you have to, the question is, I already explained this. The Vartika is written in Nadinya crochet putra say, why Kharicha is not used after that? It's in the sequence. Manjiri Bhagini.
अत्र चयो द्वितीया इति वार्तिकेन विकल्पेन ठकारादेश तु अभवत्। अनन्तरं तत्र खरीच इति सूत्रं can't be applied.
Why? The numbering allows me to apply because Chayo Dvitiya is 8448 in the Nadinya Crochet Putrasya. Kharicha is 8455. So nobody stops me from applying the Kharicha Sutra, which is after that. Ashutosh Mohoday, you want to say something?
Vidhan Samarthyat.
Vidhan Samarthyat. Very good. Explain what is Vidhan Samarthyat.
Otherwise, you will get a form which is not applicable. No,
otherwise you will get a form which will not need Chayo Dvitiyaha as a Vartika. Vidhana Samarthya, let's understand this. Vidhana Samarthya means the power of creation of a sutra. That is called Vidhana Samarthya. Vidhana means it comes from Vidhi. The sutra has been defined, given by Panini Maharshi. Samarthya means the sutra has a power invested in it. Panini Maharshi will not write random stuff. This is not actually Panini Maharshi, this is Vartikakara. But the same thing applies. The Vartika written by the Vartikakara or the sutra that is written by Sutrakara will never go waste. If a sutra goes waste, it does not have a Samarthya. So the power vested in the sutram is called Vidhana Samarthya. Now observe how Vidhana Samarthya is playing a role over here. You already have Sugana plus Ta plus Su. Now you are getting Sugana plus Ta plus Su. Again, if you apply Kharicha, you will get back Sugana plus Ta plus Su. That's not a problem. But the question is, if you are going in round, why create the Vartika called Chayo Dvitiya Sharika? Clear? Understood? Therefore, Vidhana, the very fact that the Vartika has been created requires you to stop over here. Otherwise, the Vartika will be rendered completely useless. Somebody is asking, what is Paushkara Sadehe? Paushkara Sadi was the name, was a grammarian. According to him, this particular rule was known, or this rule was popular because of him. So a tribute is paid over here. Chayo, Chay, ityukte varga prathama, gets converted to varga dvitiya in presence of shar. So ta becomes tha in presence of sakara, because as per the rule given by Paushkara Sadi. It doesn't mean that there are differences of opinions or there are pakshas or disagreements and so on. It is basically paying some respect, saying that according to some grammarian it happens, according to some grammarian it does not happen, and therefore anytime you have this kind of Shakalyasya or Shakatayanasya, Paushkara Sadehe, Gargyasya and so on, Galavasya and so on, we have the Vikalpa to be understood in that particular sutram. Mostly there is a Vikalpa, one or two places. The Grahanam is purely for Pujartha, purely for paying respect without any option. Dhanyavada. Thank you very much, Gita ji. So another question that I'm just going to pose the question over here. I have discussed this question, but I don't want to spend time on this because if we start going into this, it will be it will take a lot of time. And this is discussed in one of the Abhyasa classes. What would happen if instead of gnoho kuk tuk shari, see this sutram is gnoho kuk tuk shari. Instead of gnoho kuk tuk shari, I do a gnoho kuk tuk shari. So I do a tuk over here. Gnoho kuk tuk shari. Not tuk but tuk. So understand this. I am not making the agama tit and so on. Because that's one of my typical questions, that instead of kit agama, if you do a tit agama, what will happen and so on. I'm not doing that over here. I'm retaining the kit property of the agama. I'm just saying instead of a takara, what will happen if you add a takara? You will end up in the same form. That's the reason why I'm asking this question. Otherwise, I wouldn't have asked this question. So I don't remember if we I definitely remember we have discussed this question. I don't remember if I explained the answer in details, but take this question as a self-work or as a homework to work out on your own. So what will happen if there is gnoho kuk tuk shari? If I recollect right, we discussed this and we concluded that there is no problem. We can convert this sutram into gnoho kuk tuk shari. So there is no contradiction or remote case where this creates a problem. This is also, I think, discussed in the commentaries. One other point I want to comment over here. Again, this is not a question. This is just a comment. In Tukka, I have seen students getting confused, thinking it is a tit agama because there is a takara in it. This is not, and this is more common confusion than what you would imagine. So I have seen many people getting confused, thinking it is a tit agama. And why it is tit agama? Because it plays very well in that sutram. Gnoho kuk tuk. So one is a kit agama because it starts with a ka. Other is a tit agama because it starts with a ta. That kind of misunderstanding. And then they will apply chutu for getting rid of takara, and lashakvatadhite for getting rid of kakara and whatnot. Understand? Neither kuk nor tuk are having the initial letters as itsamnyaka. Both are kit agamas because of the last kakara that is becoming itsamnya by halantyam. The initial kakara and initial takara are only itsamnyaka in the pratyayas. This is not a pratyaya, it is an agama. Therefore, kakara and takara at the beginning are not itsamnyaka. So the kuk agama is kit, tuk agama is also kit. Okay, let's move ahead. Vanij and Kshudha. Priyaji, are you here? Namaste. Namaste. You're not audible, I think.
Am I audible now?
Now, yes.
Namaste. Vanij yogesu pradama ekavajanasya vivakshayam saujas iti sutrena atra haldapyo iti sulopah bhavati tadanantaram choho kuhu itinena vanik iti jagarasya gakarah tadanantaram vikalpena vavasane vanik iti rupam bhavati.
Vavasane vanik comma vanig, both are possible. Sambuddhi is the same. Vanijo, vanija, vanijam, vanija, vanig. Let's go to vanibhyam.
Vanijava, vanibhyam.
Vanibhyam. Vanija, there is nothing, right? It's just varnam.
Atra swadishva sarvanamastane अतः पदसंज्ञा भवति तदनन्तरं चोहो कुहु इत्यनेन जकारस्य गकारः भवति वणिभ्याम् इति अंतिमं रूपं सिद्ध्यति.
Why not apply jashtva over here, jhalam jashi, jhalam jashunte after choho kuhu? So choho kuhu is 8 to 30, jhalan jashunte is 8 to 39. So why not apply jhalan jashunte after choho kuhu? Anybody? In this prakriya, you have choho kuhu and directly went to vanibhyam. Purnima ji.
त्रिपादी सूत्रम् अस्ति जलां जशोन्ते चतुर्थपादे अस्ति
8 to 39. 8 to 39. Jhalan jashonte. 8 to 39. Here, I am not saying apply in the initial state. Here in vanig plus bhyam, you have already applied 8 to 30. You have not violated the tripadi rule. अग्रे 8 to 39 इत्यस्य प्रयोगः कथं न सम्भवति इति प्रश्नः।
गकारस्य गकारः एव भवति खलु?
उच्यतां सत्यं। वदतु। गकारस्य गकारः भवति, अतः अस्य सूत्रस्य प्रयोगस्य आवश्यकता नास्ति, परन्तु अनेन परिवर्तनं न भवति, परन्तु सूत्रं तत्र अवश्यं प्रवर्तते।
अस्तु
अस्तु। गकारस्य गकारः, अतः सूत्रम् अवश्यं प्रवर्तते, परन्तु यत्र सूत्रेण किमपि परिवर्तनं न सम्भवति तत्र तादृशं सूत्रम् अस्माभिः नैव लिख्यते इति सामान्यः नियमः। लिख्यते चेदपि दोषाय नास्ति. Those program generators might be able to write this sutram. I don't know what our website does. Let's see this. Probably it doesn't write. I think I short circuited that part, but let's see. Vanigabhyam. I've short circuited that part. If the g is converted to g, that thing gets removed. Okay, so vanibhyam, vanibhihi, vanije, vanibhyaha, vanijaha, vanijaha, vanijoho, vanijam, vanikshu. सप्तमी बहुवचनम्।
अत्र स्वादिष्व सर्वनामस्थाने यदि पदसंज्ञा भवति चोः कुः इत्यनेन वणिग् इति रूपं भवति। तदनन्तरं खरीच इत्यनेन वणिक् इति भवति। वणिक्सु आदेशप्रत्ययो इति सूत्रेण सकारस्य शकारः भूत्वा वणिक्षु इति अन्तिमं रूपं सिद्ध्यति।
Why did you jump the order? Why did you use 8455 and then 8359?
Oh, क्षम्यताम्।
Okay. So what you should write vanig plus su, ततः vanig plus shu. किमर्थमिति चेत् इण् कोः इत्यत्र क वर्गस्य कः अपि वर्णः अस्ति चेदपि दोषः नास्ति। अतः क भवेत् उत ग भवेत्, तत्र षत्वम् अवश्यं सम्भवति। अतः वणिग प्लस सु इत्यत्र आदौ आदेशप्रत्ययोः वणिग प्लस शु, तदनन्तरं चर्त्वे कृते वणिक् प्लस शु। Let's see what we have on the website, because these program generators are always risky. See, same mistake over here also. I'll fix this. I'll try to fix this. So kharicha iti gakarasya chartve chakarah should actually go later on. Vanig plus su should come earlier, and then kharicha. I'll fix this. Okay, so that completes vanik. Let's go to kshudha word. Prathama ekvachanam.
अत्रापि वणिक् इव हल्ज्ञाप्यो इति सूत्रेण सुलोपः भवति। तदनन्तरं
Something happened to your microphone, I think.
या क्षम्यतां महोदय। तदनन्तरं जलां जशोन्त इत्यनेन शुद्ध इति भवति। विकल्पेन शुद्ध इति अपि रूपं सिद्ध्यति।
Same thing. Shudha, kshudha, 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 kshudham, kshudha, kshudbhyam. Let's go to this kshudbhyam. जलाञ्जशन्ति इति जष्ट्वे कृते क्षुद्भ्याम् इति रूपं सिद्ध्यति। अत्र मम प्रश्नः, अग्रे यदि द्वित्वं क्रियते तर्हि किं रूपं स्यात्? If I decide, you can work out on paper, in your mind, whatever, everybody. If I decide to do dvitvam over here, what will be the form? Or can dvitvam not happen? Take a pen, paper, work out, those of you who can. शुद्धभ्याम् इत्यत्र द्वित्वे कृते किं किं रूपं, कानि कानि रूपाणि सिद्ध्यन्ति? Nobody? Anybody wants to give a try? Manjiri Bhagini.
I'll try more this. Should the dakarasya dvitvam.
Dakarasya dvitvam. So kshu, the
भ्याम.
भ्याम. What
Again,
else?
बकारस्य द्वित्वम.
How will bhakarasya dvitam happen?
बकारस्य.
How, which sutram? The will get doubled is okay. The I understood. Which sutram, by the way?
Anachicha.
Anachicha. What else? Let's ask. Let's ask Vashini.
Then makarasya dvitvam.
Okay. Fair enough. Okay. Makarasya dvitvam. So you have the, bhyam, ma. What? What else? What else? Is there anything else? Subhashini Bhagini, you want to speak something?
That's it. No, that's it.
That's it? Anything else?
दकार मकार अस्ति.
दकारस्य द्वित्वं भवति, मकारस्य द्वित्वं भवति. Then why not kakarasya dvitvam? Kshu. Why not kakarasya dvitvam?
शकार अस्ति ना.
शकार अस्ति, परन्तु शकार अस्ति किं भवति? शकार अस्ति चेत् कः दोषः?
तत्र द्वित्वं न सम्भवति.
केन सूत्रेण न सम्भवति?
न स्मरामि.
शरोचि.
Let's
go to शरोचि.
Right. शरोचि.
शर्वर्णस्य अच्वर्णे परे.
शरोचि किं भवति? शर्वर्णस्य अच्वर्णे परे द्वित्वं न भवति. Is there a sharvarna that we are trying to replicate? Is a sharvarna?
न, परन्तु शकार अस्ति.
शकारस्य द्वित्वम् अस्माभिः नैव इष्यते किल? शकारस्य द्वित्वं करणीयमिति न वदामः. शरोचि is used in forms like girshu or chaturshu, where achorahabhyam dve will require or will allow the dvitva of shakara, which will be blocked by sharochi. But what I am asking is kakarasya dvitva.
अत्र अचोरहाभ्यां द्वे इत्यनेन अपि न सम्भवति. अच्वर्णः तत्र पूर्वं किमपि अच्वर्णः नास्ति.
But I am not asking about achorahabhyam dve. I am asking about anachicha. Achorahabhyam dve is only for r and h. Anachicha इत्यनेन किमर्थं न भवति?
अनन्तरं तत्र अच्वर्णः भवितव्यं खलु.
तत्र अस्ति किल, शकारात् अनन्तरम् उकारः अस्ति. श्रीनिवास महोदय.
महोदय तत्रापि अच्वर्णः पूर्वं.
तत्रापि पूर्वम् अच्वर्णः आवश्यकः. Basic things where you achaha parasya dvitvam bhavati. Unless there is an acharna, you go to achorahabhyam dve and that achaha comes as an anuvrutti in anachicha. So achaha parasya, this component is there in achorahabhyam dve. Achaha parasya, that component is there in anachicha. So starting letters of the words do not get the dvitvam. This is what I wanted to extract from this question. And that's why this question I did not ask in other cases like Sugana or what was the previous Vadija and so on, because Ksha was not there. Okay, we'll go ahead. So Kshudhyam, Kshudbhi, Kshudhe, Kshudbhya, everything else is there. Kshudham, Kshutsu. Priyaji is there. Kshutsu. Are you able to speak? Kshutsu.
अत्र पदसंज्ञा सिद्ध्यति. अतः जलां जशोन्ति इत्यनेन शुत्सु इति भवति. तदनन्तरं खरीच इत्यनेन शुत्सु.
Why not chayo dvitiyaha shari paushkarasader iti vachyam kshuttsu? We just now saw chayo dvitiyaha varga prathama becoming varga dvitiya. Chayo dvitiyaha shari paushkarasader. There is a shar letter. There is a varga prathama. It will go to varga dvitiya. Mridalini ji.
Asiddhamasti.
Very good. Asiddhatva. Kharicha is 8455. Chayodvitya is 8448. Nadinya kroshe putrasya. You cannot go reverse. So the fun thing is, from Chayodvitya you cannot go to Sharicha because of Vidhana Samarthya. From Kharicha you cannot go to Chayodvitiya because of Asiddhatva. So you cannot take one sutram to another. You have to stop either at Kharicha or at Chayodvitiya Shari Paushkara Sathe Riti Vacha. Thank you very much, Priyaji. Dhanyawada. Mrinaliji, you are up next. Madhulli. Last word of our Abhyasa Pustakam. All 69 words are done. This is 70th word. Madhulli. Uchita. Prathama ekvachanam.
Yeah, Hakaranta Pullinga Madhuliha Shabdaha. Prathama Supratyayah. Madhuliha plus Suptingantam Padam Ityanena Padasangnya. Upadeshe Janunasika Ityanena Anunasika Ukarasya Itsangnya Tasya Lopaha. हल न्याभ्यो दीर्घात् सुतिस पृक्तम हल इत्यनेन हलान्तात् परस्य सुप्रत्ययस एकाल अपृक्त हल वर्णस्य लोपः मधुलिः इति रूपं सिद्ध्यति हो ढः इत्यनेन पदान्त हकारस्य नित्यं ढकारादेशः झलि पदान्ते झलि झलां जशोन्ते इत्यनेन पदान्ते विद्यमानस्य ढकारस्य जश आदेशः डकारः वावसाने इत्यनेन विकल्पेन चर्त्वं भवति डकारस्य टकारः अतः मधुलिड् द्वयमपि रूपं सिद्ध्यति
संबोधनं सेम मधुलिहौ मधुलिहा मधुलिहं मधुलिहा मधुलिहा मधुलिड्भ्याम same thing, right? Hodha followed by Jalanjashonti because there is a Padasamnya. So we directly jump to Saptami Bahuvachanam. Walk this prakriya completely.
Atra Swadishwasara Namasan Ityanena Prakrutehe Padasangnya Bhavati Madhulih plus Su Hodaha Ityanena Padanta Hakarasya Dhakaradeshaha Madhulid plus Su Jhalam Jashonti Ityanena Padanta Jashtvam Dhakarasya Dhakaradeshaha Madhulid plus Su खरीच इत्यनेन खर्वर्णे परे डकारस्य चर्त्वे कृते डकारादेशः मधुलिट् प्लस् मधुलिट्सु इति एकं रूपं सिद्ध्यति अत्र दहसि धुट् इत्यनेन डकारात् सकारे परे विकल्पेन धुडागमः हलन्त्यम् इत्यनेन टकारस्य इत्संज्ञा भवति उकारः उच्चारणार्थम् अस्ति तस्यापि लोपः भवति मधुलिट् धसु अनन्तरं खरीच इत्यनेन खर्वर्णे परे धकारस्य तकारादेशः तसु मधुलिड् प्लस् तसु खरीच इत्यनेन खर्वर्णे परे डकारस्य टकारादेशः भवति मधुलिट् तसु इति रूपं सिद्ध्यति.
Okay, what sutram is missing in this second part of the prakriya? What core sutram is missing over here? Anybody?
Ashtunashtuhu.
Okay, so speak. Stunashtuhu iti shtutve prapte.
Shtunashtuhi iti shtutve prapte न पदान्ताटोरणम्
very good, excellent. न पदान्ताटोरणम् इति पदान्तडकारात् परस्य धकारस्य श्रुत्वं
न
भवति. Correct. So madhulitsu or madhulitsu. Very good. Thank you very much. Well presented. And this is where in 12 classes we complete all the 70 words. I myself do not believe that probably a year ago, it's almost a year we started the course, where you were 1 year ago and where you are today. Shri Rangaji, you have a question?
Acharyaji, during that number Panchan and this one, from 20 onwards, you said only Ekavachanam only we need to use. Where can I see this? Is there any document in Ashtadhyayi?
Yes. It was sent on the WhatsApp group. Umaji, I think, sent it. She can send it again. It's a document in a Bhasha Paka. If I can, I can show it over here also. Go to the online courses. It is, I think, in Bhasha Paka 2 or 3, one of them. Now I myself don't remember where I taught, but somewhere in Sankhya, Vishishtanam, Sankhyanam, Nirdesha, Sankhya, Samnyaka Shabdaha, and so on. Somewhere it will be there. But either Bhasha Paka 2 or 3, there will be a separate lesson on Sankhya, or maybe Bhasha Paka 1 also. I don't know. It's actually a very simple lesson. So 1 also it's possible. Somewhere over here it will be there. We'll send the document on the group again.
Okay, Guruji, one more, Acharya, one more question. Some students are using yoga and adhikam, these two words are coming from Taddhita or like any, in Ashtadhyayi, is there any like Utpatti is there? Some people are using plus, that pat plus tip or something, shep plus tip. Some people are using adhikam, pat plus.
So these are all Sanskrit
adhikam.
Adhika is a Sanskrit word, like it is a Taddhitanta
Yeah,
word.
Adhika is Sanskrit, but yoga is the word. Yoga is using, some people are using.
So yoga is a thing, Kridanta word, right? Yoga is a.
Okay.
I mean, go to Kosha and find out. If you go to dictionary and find out, for example, if you go to Kosha and if you search for yoga, you will get at this yoga, yuja plus ghai. There will be some information over there. Let's see what they say. So yuja plus bhavarthe ghai. So, okay.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, dhanyawad.
Thank you very much. Manjiri ji, you have a question.
Sir, I just wanted to say that it is in Bhasha Pak 2.
Bhasha Pak 2, somewhere in Bhasha Pak 2. So I think it was there on the group and somebody can forward that. Which one? You were there in Bhasha Pak 2, right? I remember that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. We can send the link on the group later on. Okay. Thank you very much. Sunanda ji, you have a question?
Mahodaya, उच्चारणे विषये एकः संशयः अस्ति, पृच्छामि वा?
पृच्छतु.
हकारविषये महोदय, उदाहरणं ब्रह्म.
This seems to be more popular. No, you are not the first one to ask me this question in this week.
उदाहरणं ब्रह्म, मकारं प्रथमं स्वीकरणीयं, ब्रह्मम्. एवमेव सुहृदपि एवमेव करणीयं वा महोदय? सर्वत्र हकारम् अनन्तरं करणीयं वा? यदा उच्चारणं
केवलं हकारः एव अस्ति, मकारः कुत्र अस्ति?
न मकारः नास्ति, हकार ऋकार अस्ति खलु? उच्चारणं करणीयम्?
आदौ हकारस्य तदनं तृकारस्य इति मया क्रियते, सुहृत् इति मया क्रियते. अत्रापि
यदा भवान् उच्चारणं करोति, अहं सम्यक् रीत्या पुनः अहं प्रयत्नं कृतवती. भवान् प्रथमं हकारस्य उच्चारणं करोति वा अनन्तरं ऋकारस्य वा? कन्फ्यूषन् किञ्चित् अभवत्, अतः
अहम् आदौ हकारस्य उच्चारणं करोमि, तदनन्तरं मकारस्य वा ऋकारस्य वा करोमि. परन्तु केचन अन्ये वैयाकरणः पण्डिताः सन्ति, ते वदन्ति आदौ मकारस्य उच्चारणं तदनन्तरं हकारस्य उच्चारणम्. अत्र पक्षद्वयं वर्तते, उभयथा अपि मया पण्डितैः एव श्रुतम्. अतः शिक्षाशास्त्रे अस्मिन् विषये विशेषरूपेण किमपि नोच्यते. Random shlokas from the Shiksha Shastra are actually picked up and used for explaining this, but there is no much meaning over there. My understanding over here is that Vedanam bhinnaha shakhaha yaha vartante tasu bhinnasu shakhasu bhinnaihi prakaraihi uccharanam acharyaihi pathitamasti. Atah ekasyaha shakhayaha pravartakaha तस्याः पद्धत्याः अवलम्बनं कृत्वा उच्चारणं कुर्वन्ति, अपरस्याः शाखायाः अन्य पद्धत्याः अवलम्बनं कुर्वन्ति. Personally, I speak hakara in the beginning.
लौकिकभाषायां मकारं पूर्वं कृत्वा हकारम् अनन्तरं करणीयं वा
इति मया न पठितं कुत्रापि.
तदेव बहवः समानप्रश्नं पृच्छति, अतः किञ्चित् कन्फ्यूषन् अभवत्.
तत्र स्पष्टरूपेण वदामि, आदौ मकारं तथा तदनन्तरं हकारं, नो चेत् आदौ हकारं तदनन्तरं मकारम् इति वर्णद्वयं तस्य उच्चारणं क्रियते चेत् किम् उचितं किम् अनुचितम् इत्यस्य विषये भिन्नानि चिन्तनानि वर्तन्ते. केचन पंडिताः म आदौ उच्चारणीयः इति वदन्ति, केचन पंडिताः ह आदौ उच्चारणीयः इति वदन्ति. अनेनैव प्रकारेण जाह्नवी, somebody saying Jahnavi or Jahnavi and so on. So there are different thought processes. I pronounce usually her first. I don't claim that that is the only correct way, but I pronounce Jahnavi or Brahma and so on. This is how I have been learned, I have been taught, and I pronounce it that way. Okay.
एवम् अपि दृष्टवती, हकारं ब्रह्म इति पदे हकारं प्रथमं वयम् उच्चारणं कुर्मः चेत् आरोग्यार्थं तद् सम्यक् नास्ति, अतः मकारं पूर्वं करणीयम् अनन्तरं हकारं करणीयम् इति अपि मया कुत्रापि पठितम्. अतः
अस्तु तस्मिन् विषये मम
अस्मिन्
अध्ययनं नास्ति धन्यवादः अस्तु थैंक यू वेरी मच ओके एनी अदर क्वेश्चंस कमेंट्स उमाजी यू हैव अ क्वेश्चन
महोदय कोचि विभक्तौ अचि किमर्थम् इति
somebody answered that question on the group, right? But let's hold on for that. I'll talk about it. Anything else? I'll talk about it before the end of the class. Anything else? Okay, so now let's a quick reminder. There is going to be an MCQ test of 50 marks in the 9th to 10th January. So at the beginning of the new year. This is open book. Everything taught in the course, not just the Subanta Prakaranam, everything taught in the course will be there in the exam. 50 questions. Each question will have one or more correct answers. This is the trend. We have been doing the same type of exam. So nothing new is over there. So all our previous exams were like this, one or more correct answers. You have to choose all the correct answers. Scoring 35 plus is mandatory for continuing with the course. And the next module will start in the week after the exam. So that's 15th, 16th January. Sri Rangaji, you have a question?
Acharya, please give me like 80%, 80 to 90% easy questions, not like
I'll give 100% easy
Google interview questions like that.
I will give
Please don't give
100%
Google
easy
interview
questions
questions like that.
The only difference of opinion is what I consider as easy versus what you consider as easy.
But you are
Otherwise, all
asking
my
so many
questions are
Google
easy.
interview questions only, Guruji, Acharya. So even Google
See, the
interview can
point
easily
is
pass.
not like that. I'll tell you that unless you answer these kind of questions and study in this particular manner, you will not understand Vyakarana in a way a Vyakarana really needs to be understood. The sad state of the world is that people doing MA from various universities, they can't even derive 5 words correctly and they are getting BA and MA and other degrees. I am very sad with the fact that how the grading happens and how people are teaching and so on. Even teachers don't understand what they are talking. So this is a bad state of the world. So I'm trying to make you different than all those by telling you what real Vyakarana is. Anyway, Geeta ji, you have a question. I have a few questions, so I don't want to.
Modaya, I mean, like multiple correct answers should not be there, Modaya. Only one correct answer will helpful.
Okay. I'll think about it. I'll not promise anything, but let's think about it. Okay. Lalita ji, I have a few questions for you to answer. So, Lalita ji, you have a question?
Mahodaya, please don't remove from group, Mahodaya.
Okay.
We don't get such teacher.
Okay. Then you have to prove that you are a student like that. I would like to teach. Okay. Let's keep this aside.
We agree.
Okay. Let's keep this discussion away. I don't want to take no questions regarding the exam or no questions regarding marks, exam pattern, and so on. Let's move to some questions that I want to ask at the moment. I'm going to take a small 10 questions test. It's not graded. It's just a practice test. I'm going to present one question at a time. There are no options, but all answers are one word or one line. There are 10 questions over here. We are going to take those 10 questions and then we will finish the 12th class series of Abhyasa Pustakam. All these questions are very simple. They are based on the Subanta Prakaranam that we have learned so far. The question will be presented on the screen. Take your time, work out. Those who want to answer, raise your hand. I'll choose one person and they can answer. One question will be presented over here. You might need some pen, paper with you. There is no prakriya to be worked out, but some small amount of thinking might be needed, or maybe some prakriyas might need to be worked out. So take a pen, paper, and I'll ask questions one by one. First question is, Vadhu Shabdasya Keshu Keshu Rupeshu Pratamayoho Purvasavarnaha iti Sutrasya Prayogaha Bhavati. Which forms of the Vadhu word get the Sutram Pratamayoho Purvasavarnaha? Please raise your hands. I will wait till at least a few people raise hands and then I'll select somebody. Sri Rangaji.
1 2 2 2 2 3.
1 2. What is the form in 1 2 for Vadhu?
Same Vadhu only.
Vadhu. Okay.
Vadhu.
Is a little. Sudhavalli ji.
दीर्घ जैसी निषेधः कथं
I just need the answer. Vadhu shabdasya kasmin rupe, no in the extra information. Vadhu shabdasya kasmin rupe prathamayo purvasaniti sutrasya prayoga bhavati. That's all I am asking. Subhashini Vijay.
केवलं शस् प्रत्यय.
That's all that I am asking. Kevalam shas pratyay pare vadhu plus jas is equal to vadhuhu. Nowhere else this sutram is used. This is exactly the kind of questions that will come in the exam. If these questions are difficult for you, then you are not prepared and you should not be attending next module. Is I am very clear about this. Next question. Shash shabdasya shashthi bahuvachanam shannam iti bhavati. Atra prathama nakaraha kena sutrena siddhyati. Which is the sutram that generates the first of the two nakaras in Shannam? Ashutosh ji.
Dakaras anusar.
Just sutram. No extra information. Kena sutrena. I just need the sutram. No other information. Sorry, I muted you by mistake. Uchita.
Stuna stu.
Okay, stuna stu. Any other answer? Priya ji.
Stuna stu.
Okay, any other answer? Prathama shakarasya. Prathama nakaraha kena sutrena siddhyati. Chandra Prabha ji.
यरोनुनासिके प्रत्यय भाषायां नित्यवचनं.
Very good, very good. Yaronunasike nunasika va pratyay bhashayam nityam. When you have shasha plus nama, sha becomes da, shada plus nama. The second, the nama pratyasa nakaraha becomes na by shtunashtuhu, and then da becomes na by yaronunasike nunasika va pratyay bhashayam nityam.
नित्यम अनुनासिकादेशः.
Very good. That's why yaronunasike nunasika va pratyay bhashayam nityam. This is exactly the kind of questions that will be in the exam. You need to, and you cannot just randomly pick up answers. It's not going to be that simple. Jasah shihi ityatra shi ityatra shi jashasoho shi. I should have written jashasoho shihi. Ityatra shi adeshaha kidrishaha. What kind of adesha is this? Jashasoho shihi ityatra shi adeshaha kidrishaha. श्रीनिवास महोदय.
सर्वादेशः.
कथं सर्वादेशः?
अनेकाल्त्वात्.
अनेकाल्त्वात् सर्वादेशः. Very good. Okay, next one. Dash dash इति सूत्रेण नाम प्रत्यये परे नकारान्तस्य अङ्गस्य उपधायाः दीर्घः भवति. Which sutram causes the dirgha on the upadha of a nakaranta word when there is a nama pratyaya in front? Saroja Bhagini.
Nami.
Okay, anything else? Nami is for the Nama Pratyaya on the Antima Varna. There is a different sutram for the Upadha Varna. Anybody? Same set of people, I will not unmute them. So Purnima ji.
Nopadhayaha
iti sutram. What is the difference between Nami versus Nopadhayaha? Nami causes the dirgha on the last letter. So Bal will become Balanam. That's Nami. Nopadhayaha will cause on the Upadha letter. So Panchana becomes Panchanam. Iti bhavati. Fifth question. We have only 10 questions and then we will stop. Fifth question. This is the one that is what we discussed yesterday. Ikochi vibhaktau ityatra akrute achigrahane. If you do not include achi, kim asadhu rupam siddhyet. Which will be the wrong form? Sudhavalli ji, you gave the answer on the correct. You gave the answer on the group, right? Speak.
Namaskar Mahodaya. Sambuddhi pare numagama bhavati.
Very good, very good. Vari plus su. What will happen? Numagama will happen, causing varin plus su. Then what will happen?
That is the sulopa sambuddhi pare.
Sulopaha bhavati, varin iti bhavati. Agre kim bhavati?
Agre nalopa na bhavati.
Katham na bhavati?
सूत्रेण निषेधसूत्रम्
निषेधसूत्रम् अस्ति वा निषेधवार्तिकम् अस्ति? किम् अस्ति? निषेधसूत्रम् अस्ति. किं सूत्रम् अस्ति?
न नि सम्बुद्धौ.
न नि सम्बुद्ध्योः इत्यनेन
इ सम्बुद्धि परे
नकारस्य लोपः न भवति. नलोप प्रातिपदिकान्ते स्थिते नकार लोपे प्राप्ते नङि सम्बुद्ध्यो इति न भवति, परन्तु वारी इति नपुंसकलिङ्गः शब्दः. नपुंसकलिङ्ग शब्दस्य विषये अग्रे किमपि अस्ति वा? नामन् इति शब्दस्य संबोधन एकवचनं किं भवति? हे नाम और हे नामन्. So संबोधन एकवचनस्य रूपेषु विकल्पेन नलोपः निषिध्यते. सम्बुद्धौ नपुंसकानां नलोपो वा वाच्यः. And therefore optionally you will get a varin form, or by sutram compulsorily you get a varin form, and that varin is not correct. Therefore achi is needed. So all the way in the sambodhana ekvachanam there is a problem. No other cases there will be a problem. Bhyam, bis and so on. Nalopa pratipadikam will cause the pratipadika nakarasya lopaha. So vari shabdasya sambodhana ekvachane varin iti ashuddham rupam bhavet. Very good. Next one. Next one. Bala plus bhyas ityatra kayoho sutrayoho madhye vipratishedaha. I don't have a single hand. This is Chaturthi Bahuvachanam, Panchami Bahuvachanam. Bala plus Bhyasa. Not even a single person in the class. Classic example of Vipratishedha. मंजिरी भगिनी.
बहुवचने जल्ये.
And
the sutra before it.
But what is the name of it? Purnima ji. What is the other sutram?
Supicha.
Supicha and bahuvachani jhalye. Supicha causes akaradesha like balabhyam. Bahuvachani jhalyeta causes etvam like baleshu. And now for bala plus bhyasa there is a vipratishedha. Vipratishedhe param karyam iti bahuvachani jhalyete ityasya prayogah bhavati. Okay, next one, 7th question. आदेश प्रत्यययोः इति सूत्रस्य आदेशः इति अंशस्य किम् उदाहरणम्? Yesterday only we discussed. आदेश प्रत्ययोः इति सूत्रस्य आदेशः इति अंशस्य किम् उदाहरणम्? Somebody who has not spoken yet. आदेश प्रत्ययोः इति सूत्रस्य आदेशः इति अंशस्य किम् उदाहरणम्? श्रीरंगाजी.
तदोः सह सावनन्त्योः.
उदाहरणम्. I want a word. You will unnecessarily lose marks in the exam for no reason. What is asked that has to be answered. Kim udaharanam. What is the example of adesha usage in adesha pratyayoho? Sudhavalli ji.
Eshaha.
That's all I am looking. Eshaha and esha both. So etad shabdasya pullinga ekvachanam esha, strilinga ekvachanam esha iti asya udaharanam asti. Yesterday only we have discussed this. Next question. Atman plus ta is equal to atmana. Atra allopo naha katham na pravartate. Anybody? पूर्णिमा जी.
महोदय सूत्रम् अस्ति न संयोगात् वमन्तात् इति. संयोग संयोग म अस्ति त म इत्यस्य तदा तस्य निषिध्यते. अलोपः निषिध्यते.
So न संयोगात् वमन्तात् इति निषिध्यते. Last two questions. I want people who have not raised hands so far to answer this particular question. कीदृशात् शब्दात् विहितस्य जस् प्रत्ययस्य लुक् भवति? What kind of words, not which word, what kind of words have a jas pratyaya which is removed? Somebody who has not raised their hand even once should attempt the next two questions. कीदृशात् शब्दात् विहितस्य जस् प्रत्ययस्य लुक् भवति? सरोजा भगिनी.
शी सर्वनामस्थानम् अनपुंसकस्य सुट् अनपुंसकस्य
शब्द. No. I want words.
she.
But she iti शब्दात् विहितस्य. This is not. See, just pratyasya shi adeshah na uchyate. Just pratyasya look lopaha bhavati. For what words is just pratyaya removed? You are talking about just getting converted to she. That's not what we are talking. Just is removed. Kebhya shabdebhyah vihitasya just pratyasya lopaha ityukte look bhav. What kind of word? So there is a word w plus there is a jasa, and in the next step jasa is removed and you simply get w. That is the question. Ashutosh ji.
षट् सम्यक् शब्द
षट् सम्यक शब्दात् परे से षड्भ्यो लुक इति सूत्रेण जस् प्रत्यय से लुक भवति. Last question. I want people to think, work out and then answer. कस्य शब्दस्य षष्ठी एकवचने वृद्धि एकादेशः कृतः दृश्यते? Which word in their prakriya in षष्ठी ekvachanam has a वृद्धि एकादेश? I'll wait for 1 more minute. We have 1 hand raised. We want at least 4 or 5 hands raised. Take your time, work out some prakriyas. You will be able to answer this. There is a question on the previous one that I can take meanwhile. So question is avyad apsupa ityanena avya shabdanam api luk bhavati. So technically yes, but the answer is twofold. One is it is not specific to just pratyaya, so that answer is very generic. And second and more important is you need to apply the just pratyaya first. Avyad apsupaha, usually we apply only su pratyaya and get the lopa. No other pratyaya is ever applied in practice because it's those pratyas don't make sense. So for example, api, what does the bahuvachana of api mean? It is meaningless. Ekavachanam is at least used because it is samanya ekavachanam. So you used just you to represent, so you use api, su, and then su is removed. There's no point in applying just. So technically your comment might be correct, but just specifically to just the answer is shut. Okay, coming back to the next one, I still have only 1 hand raised. Which kind of words have vruddhi ekadesha in their shashti ekvachana prakriya? I'll wait for 30 more seconds and those who want to raise hands can raise the hand. Chandra Prabhaji.
Is it Voshva, Mahodaya?
What word?
Voshvaha.
Oshvaha.
Va. Vo. Va.
What does that word mean, Oshva? I have no idea what you're talking about. Whatever I have taught, I don't know anything beyond that. Whatever is being taught, just tell me that. Umaji.
मति शब्दः आटश्च इत्यनेन वृद्धिः भवति नदी सम्यकः
मति नदी धेनु वधु आटश्च इति वृद्धि एकादेशः भवति. So we discussed this in today's class multiple times. So we have mati or nadi plus an nadyaha giving ata plus nasa pratyaya. You have a plus a vruddhi ekadeshe. It is not vruddhi sandhi. It is atasha vruddhi ekadeshe. Matyaha nadyaha dhinvaha vadvaha iti rupani siddhyanti. So the reason why I gave this quiz is twofold. One is to show you what kind of preparation you need. And second is this. So somebody was asking multiple choice questions are hard is what somebody was saying. This is exactly why I'll give you a choice. I mean, not right now. We can take a poll on the group. I'll give you a choice. There'll be either a multiple choice exam with more than 1 answers correct, Or there will be exam like this, where there will be a question and one word or one line answer will be required. No explanation, absolutely. How the questions are there right now? Maximum one word or one line answer, not beyond that. So for example, Bala plus Bhyasa Ittitar Kayo Sutra Madhya Vipratisheda, only 2 sutras are needed, no explanation is needed. So either the exam will be this kind, where there will be 50 questions and one line answer or one word answer. A mixed bag is also possible. So some questions I can give like this, some questions I can give multiple choice. So mixed bag is also possible. But if it is going to be multiple choice, it will be at least one or more correct, not just one correct. Because if you have one correct, people might randomly guess, and I don't want that. So we can decide that there will be a mix of this kind of questions and multiple choice questions. So that's it. Samapayamaha. Thank you very much for sticking throughout the entire year. Happy New Year, and we'll learn more and more rules of grammar in the upcoming new year. I hope you all will stay through till the end. The next 3 modules, module number 6 is going to be Stri Pratyaya. It will be there in the website. So module number 6 is going to be Stri Pratyaya, Karaka Prakaranam and Vibhakti. Module number 7 is Samasa Prakaranam. Module number 8 is Tadhita Prakaranam. These 3 prakaranas, absolutely no prakriya or very little prakriya. We will have a lot of interesting rules and concepts to learn. Starting from 9th module onwards, Dhatu Prakriya, Tinganta Prakriya and Krudanta Prakriya. Again, there will be, as the word itself indicates, Prakriya, Prakriya, Prakriya. So there will be significant amount of Prakriya in these 3 modules. Avashishta Vishayaha is a mixed bag of some Prakriya and some rules, some concepts and so on. So Samapayama, there are a lot of people saying we want a mixed bag of questions. Let's see, we can discuss a mixed bag of questions. So happy New Year, and I'll see you all after the exam in the next year, mid-January. अष्टाध्यायी जगन्माता यस्य चित्तात् समुत्थिता वेदानामुपकाराय तस्मै पाणिनये नमः. शब्द ब्रह्म समाराध्य कृतवान्यो विलक्षणं सर्वाश्चर्यमिदं शास्त्रं तस्मै पाणिनये नमः. येन धौतागिरः पुंसां विमलैः शब्दवारिभिः तमश्चाज्ञानजं भिन्नं तस्मै पाणिनये नमः. धन्यवाद.